these are some examples of the pronouns in the Quran. This is right out of the Quran. But before I tell you where it's said in the Quran, we want to make sure that we can say it right, and we want to make sure that we know some of the meanings. We're going to pick out certain things in this particular sentence, like the pronouns, okay? And then we're going to see, can we come up with a correct meaning of this particular verse in the Quran, okay? So let us all try, let's put our heads together, and then we'll see what we got up here. So the first thing we get up here is what? Yah, right? And Yah is what? An exclamation, something like to get our attention, get our attention. Oh, something like that. So we're saying what? Yah means oh something, right? Oh what? What do we have here? I'm sorry, let's see here.
That's correct. أيها.
I think I need, let me see. See if this word again. Yeah, right. With the ashabi.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. So we got this word right here. A-Y. And then we got another Y, right? Yah, right? And then we got what? Dhamma, right? And then we got the H here, the Ha, right? And then we have an Alif here. So we put it all together, we have what? A Yuhal, right? Okay? And then we have what?
يا أيها الناس.
Nasu. Nasu. So look at Nasu right here. Look at the ending on this here. So this is directed toward who? Who is Nasu? And Nasu.
The people.
The people. Right. So it's saying, okay. So then we have the next word here is what? Let's just say all the words first and then we'll see. We got here what we have.
تعبدوا.
Abudu, right? And look at it. Look at the ending here. That's plural.
Yes.
That's plural because of the wa and the alif.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? Normally that's talking to man. Okay? Then we have what? Rabbakum.
ربكم.
Rabbakum, okay, right. Because we know we can follow on up with the next word over here. Okay? And then we have the word what?
الذي.
Alladhi. And then we have what? Kalaqwa, what? Okay.
خلقكم.
So this word comes from what? Kalaqwa, right?
Yeah.
Which means he created. But here we have what? Kalaqwakum. So that automatically tells us what?
He
That's a
created
pronoun.
you. Yeah.
He
Yes.
created you. So isn't that a pronoun? Isn't this a pronoun here?
Yeah.
Okay, right? Okay. All right. So keep that in mind now. Okay. Then we come over here and we say what?
والذين.
Waladina. Okay.
من
Min
قبلكم.
Quablikum, which comes from the word what? Mean before. Quablika.
Before you.
Before you, right. Because say kum right here. Kum is you, right? Before you. Okay? And then we got what?
لعلكم.
La'alakum. Okay? Which means what?
Maybe you.
Maybe you, right? Okay? I got that here when I looked up in the, that you, yeah, maybe you or that you may. That you may, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay? And then we have the word right here.
تتقون.
Tatakun, okay? And notice how it ends. It ends in what kind of state? Look at the ending here. Made it too big. Okay? So what you said? Naps, right? And why naps? Because of the father right here. So naps mean what? What kind of state we said it is? Accusative. So it's pointing out, accusing some people is a direct object. There has to be a direct object that this sentence is talking to. So who is it talking to? Look what it says, old mankind. See, so it's talking to old mankind. Okay? And then what it says, worship your Lord who created you. Okay? All right? And, okay, and those who were created before you. Okay? That you may, la'alakum, that you may, tatakun rather. Okay? So now, let's turn to the Quran here. Let's look at this. I'm going to show you some in this verse in the Quran. Let's see what they say. This is chapter 2, verse 21. 2:21.
Go get the Muslim.
Okay. Oh, you get it from us. You get that. So why did you get the Quran?
So you mean Surah 2?
Surah 2, right? Surah Baqarah, verse 21.
Surah Al-Baqarah or Surah?
Surah Baqarah,
Surah Al-Baqarah.
right? Verse 21. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we got it. Okay. Now, if we look again, if we look at the word Rabakun, your Lord, okay, we look at that as being what? An attachment attached to the noun, right? Rab is the noun, and then kun is the what? The pronoun, right? So we got Rabakun, okay? If we look at that, the Irab, so I'm pronouncing right, Irab, okay, is in a state of jar in this particular case here. Because it's saying your Lord, your Lord. So that's showing what? Possessiveness. That's why that's in a state of jar, right? Okay? But we know most of the time the jar ending have what at the ending? The last word. Kesra, doesn't it? Kesra. But this here, this showing that something has to be flexible. Or sometimes they say inflexibility. When I said flexible, let me give you a good example. I might have said this last class. Let's say you got 3 people. Let's say you got a person by the name of Muhammad. Okay? I want to show y'all what they mean by flexible and inflexibility, what have you, Let's say you got 3 people. One of them name is Muhammad. And Muhammad can do all the prayer in his all required forms. The standing, the bending, the ruku, the sajda. He has no problem doing any of these positions. But you got another person who cannot probably stand up. He can maybe do his prayer sitting down in a chair. Right? Okay? So let's call him Zayd. Zayd, okay? So he sits down in the chair. Then you got a third person, Ahmad, okay? Let's call him Ahmad, who cannot sit in the chair, but maybe he's laying on his back. But he still go through the motion on his back. Allahu Akbar, he do all the best as he can do. The best as he can do. But Allah still accept all of their prayers because what? They doing it to the best of their what? Ability. So you have nouns also have flexibility. So where we said a noun or a pronoun can have, we know it's in jar by the ending on it by a kesra, but this in this case is flexible because even though it's in here, well, we have it up here. With the dhamma, it's still in a state of jar. Why? Because it's saying your Lord right here, and your Lord means possessiveness. Possessiveness. See? So no matter what kind of state we're in, these nouns and pronouns are what we call flexible, meaning that they're capable of bending, and then some of them are inflexible. They don't bend too much. Some of them are definite and some of them are indefinite. Okay? All right? Now, what I want to point out though is this last word right here. This last word. Look in the Quran there. How do they translate this last word? How do the author translate this last word? Tatapuna.
Mine says who guard themselves for Allah.
Who guard themselves for Allah. Okay? Quran, I was looking at, I guess it was the Yusuf Ali. Anybody got a Yusuf Ali? He got one here. Brother Tarzan. Let's see, we're just trying to look at some examples. Okay, I'm finna recommend.
O you people, adore your guardian Lord who created you, and those who came before you, that ye may have the chance to learn righteousness.
Okay, now, where's righteousness in there? Righteousness is not in there. Because we know, we can understand all the other words in here, but they translate, the author here translate this word here as being righteousness. See? But now, of course, this mean here, if you look this word up in the Arabia, in the Arabic dictionary, it means to protect yourself or to be on guard.
Yes.
To protect yourself or to be on guard. Okay? Or to safeguard, or to protect. It doesn't say anything about righteousness.
Yeah, everybody give it a different definition or tafsir, because this is coming from the word taqwa. And the word taqwa is meaning a fear of Allah or righteousness.
Or have consciousness.
Yeah, but tattaquna is having the same meaning, and I believe the meaning you just said is a correct one. Is because the whole meaning of the ayah say, Ya ayyuhan nas, all people, worship Allah, who is created you and all the people before you, for one reason. So maybe you can protect yourself from the fire hell.
Yes.
So لعلكم تتقون النار. So maybe you will protect yourself. So this is something is not saying over here, but it's gonna come to your head depending on your understanding to the verse,
Right.
to the ayah.
And
So that's what I believe is correct. Allah A'lam.
Yes. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Because if you protect yourself and you guard yourself from those things that Allah tells you to protect yourself from, then of course you being righteous.
Exactly.
Right, you being righteous. So some Qurans have righteous, and yours said what?
Who guard them.
Who guard themselves. But what I'm trying to get us to point out here, though, the correct meaning, though, in Arabic is to guard or protect, not righteousness. But although if you guard and protect yourself, you will eventually have what? Righteousness. So it's implied. It's a secondary meaning. Righteousness is a secondary meaning, whereas safeguarding and protecting is the primary meaning. But by doing all of this, they put it all together and they said, you be in righteousness. I think that would be the best way to.
Yeah, that because this word taqwa is very common in Arabic, and all those come from the same source. Yattaqi, taqa, yattaqu, yattaqi, taqwa, muttaqin.
Exactly.
So the muttaqin or the righteous people, the muttaqin.
Okay.
Okay, and or the people who is follow the guidance of Allah to protect themselves from whatever gonna happen if they did not do.
Good, right. Okay, let's look at another here. We got this word we looked at Rabakun. Now let's look at Kalakun. Kalakun. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we see here? Tell me about, what can you tell me about that? What is the word? What is the meaning of Kalakun?
Created you.
Created.
Right. He created you. Right. Now, do we see an attachment? Pronoun attached there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? It's kun, right?
Cool.
So we want to be able to point this out, okay? And then we need to know what state, what state is he in? It's in a state of naps.
Nasb, yes, nasb.
Naps, okay?
Yeah.
It's in a state of naps. Now, look at this word here, where we at, Quablikun, okay? Which is translated before you, right?
Yeah.
Before you, okay? This is why they said, what is it, Council, Quabla, Council, isn't it? Council, Quabla, Council, 5 before 5.
Yeah.
Right, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, look at this word right here. Do we see a pronoun here?
Kum too.
Kum,
Yeah.
right. So why are we doing this? So when we read in the Quran, we can point these things out. This is grammar, brothers and sisters. This is grammar. So we need to know, because we have a verb, and then we have an attachment to it.
Exactly.
See? So we need to know this, you know, so we can be able to translate these verses, okay? All right? So then we see before you, okay? So then what state would you say this in? This is in a state of jar.
jar.
See? It's in a state of jar.
Because if we take all the attachment part off, which is kum, gonna be qabli.
Right.
So qaf, ba, lam, and the lam have a kasra underneath it. So qablikum.
Exactly.
That's because it has min before it, and min make a state of jar.
That's right.
Qabli.
Make this be in a state of
Min
jar.
qabli.
Right.
Kum.
Exactly. Min qablikum. Right. So this make this automatically be in a state of jar because of this min here in front of it. And min is what we call what? Preposition.
Preposition.
So when preposition come before it like this, even though look at the ending, this makes this be in a state of jar.
Yeah, instead of jar, because we take off, we have to do the correct Arab, we have to take the kum off the word.
That's right.
So we have to deattach it, take
Exactly.
it off. So qabli, that's why the kasra on the lam, which is the word, the original word in the word.
Right.
So then the kum is added to it.
Exactly. Right. Okay. Let's look at the where's the this one. La'alakum. La'alakum.
Okay.
Is there attached half there? Is there attached pronoun there? Which is what? Whom again, right? Okay. So this is in a state of naps.
Yeah.
State of naps right here.
Yeah. This word la'alla kum is two words. La'alla, and you will stop at the lam is a shadda and fatha over it. La'alla. So this is state of nasb. Then kum is the pronoun, the attached pronoun. So if you take it off, it's gonna be la'alla kum. You understand?
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm not going to give you too much. I'm going to stop it right there and let the brother come up and do what he's going to do. So, but what I wanted to point out, and we'll continue on with this next Sunday. Then we're going to go into particles. Because we're talking about these states, right? We're talking about these Arabic words. We're talking about the noun. We're talking about the verb, pronoun, and everything. Okay? Okay, so assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.